Mississippi's Tree Farmer of the Year was announced a couple of weeks ago during the Forestry Association's annual meeting in Tupelo. To say that the 2018 winner is passionate about forestry is an understatement. He allows a community college to use his tree farm as a teaching lab for forestry students throughout the year. The winner also loves to share the colorful history of the timber industry in his area of the state with any audience, and he does so often. Our feature story this week takes us to Jones County near the Desoto National Forest. Ovett, Mississippi is southeast of Laurel off of Highway 15. In the early 20th century, it was a thriving sawmill town. Those days are a distant memory, but the tree farm of E.J. Dennis in Ovett holds some of that history.
We had 7 sawmills in this vicinity, in this close area. Behind me was a huge sawmill, one of the largest in the area, Bentley Emery sawmill. When they moved in, they built 50 homes, so that'll tell you how many people they worked, and stayed here from about 1915 till about 1930.
Retired educator E.J. Dennis is passionate about history and passionate about his tree farm. He and his wife Kay live in nearby Ellisville. He inherited this land in Ovett 15 years ago. Mr. Dennis's father bought the property in 1950 with something else in mind besides trees.
My daddy was wanting to go in the cattle business. He loved agriculture and wanted to get a large number of cattle, so he bought 160 acres here, about 120 acres near the National Forest, and as our cattle grew, we leased land from 16 section land. But then in the 80s, as he got older, my sister and I were doing different things. He began to sell some of the cattle, and gradually in the early 80s started planting timber. So we've got timber as old as 32, 33 years old, and this on my left is the youngest timber, about 5 years old.
The youngest timber is 6 acres of longleaf pine seedlings planted in 2013. Other recent management work includes the thinning of 17 acres of loblolly pine on the place. A 2-acre public cemetery and the access road to it splits the tree farm property in half. The cemetery was established long before the family purchased the land. E.J. Dennis does 70% of the field work on the tree farm using the advice of forestry consultant Jamie Wally and others. This includes jobs such as erosion control, where main farm roads have to cross streams.
I had to have something here other than that I could always depend on to get the log trucks through, so I was told if I'd put a good culvert in and put a foot of dirt on top, a log truck could go through there. So I took a day, got a neighboring farmer with his heavy equipment, and we came in one day and put this culvert in, put gravel on top of it, and it's gone through one winter and been real successful with the flow of water, and I believe it's going to serve my purpose for years to come, many years to come.
You will often see forestry technology students from Jones County Junior College on the Dennis Tree Farm. This group of students is setting up a plot for a timber cruise. E.J. Dennis lets the college use his farm as a training ground for the next generation and to promote forestry as a career.
We found out that he had quite a bit of land here that he would like for somebody to come out and look at. So it's really been a win-win for us. We have a great resource to bring our students out to get lab experience. And he has someone that can help him do different operations, prescribed burning, invasive species spraying, a lot of different things that we do for him.
In 2011, a class of students from Jones put together a written forest management plan for the land. This led to the property becoming a certified tree farm. The students continue to benefit from their access to the farm.
As a student, it's a great opportunity for us to be able to come out here and learn and study in the field of forestry and learn different practices that are put in place here, whether that be, whether we're out here cruising or prescribed burning or any acts of civiculture with land management or anything like that. It's a great place for us to be able to go. That's a private landowner that we have pretty close to the school.
The college students are also introduced to the latest technology while at the Dennis Tree Farm, such as the use of drones in forestry work. FAA-approved drone pilot Zach Brazil of Wildlife Forestry Consultants provides some hands-on training on drone operation. His boss, Jamie Wiley, says the drone is changing how they work.
We use the drone technology to go in and monitor fire on control burns, going in monitoring southern pine beetles, and tree planting inspections, final harvest inspections, after a logging job's complete.
Allowing college students to use this tree farm as a working lab is just one example of how E.J. Dennis likes to share his property and love of tree farming with the community. He even built this pavilion near the farm entrance so he could host large events.
He and his wife, Miss Kay, they really are not stingy with their tree farm. They bring in the whole community, and that's what's so special about the Dennises, is that they share their property and their tree farm and the love of the land with the community. This is the base camp, and that's exactly what they call it, and it's actually the initials for their grandkids is what it turns out to be, but it makes a good base camp name. And this is the home spot, it sure is. So this is where they have the field days that people speak, and you can be a little bit cooler than being out in the sun. It's nice shade, and it's got a little kitchen area. And Miss Kay always puts her little touches on everything and makes it more special.
In May 2018, E.J. and Kay Dennis hosted a Jones County Forestry Association field day and educational program on the farm and in this pavilion. Other programs are presented throughout a typical year to various community groups. E.J. Dennis is an active member of the Mississippi Forestry Association. He is also active in the local County Forestry Association and has served as vice president and president multiple years.
He's a vital part of the Jones County Forestry Association. He's on the board there. You don't make a meeting without Mr. E.J. being there, and he's always there to help. And he very informative guy.
The primary objectives of this tree farm are wildlife management, recreation, and timber production. He's also involving the next generation of his family in the tree farm.
I have 7 grandchildren now. We have 2 or 3 ponds on this place, plenty places they can fish. They're the age now that they're able to work and do some things. They're actually the 4th generation that's worked on this property, and I'm proud to say it's the 4th generation that's been on this place.
So congratulations to E.J. Dennis, certainly active in the industry and his community.
Exactly, Mike, and he takes such great pride, as you could tell, in his land and in his relationships. Great history there.